Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. So today this video is going to be centered on network time protocol. Okay, network time protocol. Okay, this is a way this actually protocol that's widely used in networking, and it permits devices across the network to be synchronized with a master timekeeper. Okay, in for the basis of this video, I have just three devices. The server that's going to be net NTP and syslog server, as we're going to see. That NTP and login, they go hand in hand. So I'm going to configure both NTP and syslog on this server, and then I'm going to configure the clients as the router one initially, and then later on the switch as well. So I have to configure the switch for demo. So what is NTP? NTP is a UDP service running on port 123, okay, of the TCP IP stack, Cisco. It's a client server kind of protocol whereby you have a client, okay, that basically trusts the server, okay. So it basically goes to the server to get its time, to synchronize its time with its own. So you also have a peer-to-peer kind of setup whereby you could have a server and a server and a server, and they all know each other, okay, and they trust each other. So that's another way. But today I'm going to just set up the client to server setup, okay. So the configuration is already done on the NTP. I'm just going to show you uh, on the router, okay, what the configuration looks like. And also on the server, also I already set it up, but nothing is set up on the switch, okay. The switch basically stands for linking up server and the client. So if we go in here, we're going to see it already has an IP address 172.16.50.50, okay, and the services that is allowed here, I went to NTP, and NTP is enabled, okay, with a key of 2 and the password of Cisco 123, and I also set the date to August 20. Okay, the date you could change it if you want, okay, but I set the date to August 20, this particular time. So I want all my devices to be synchronized to this time. Okay, and then on the router, if I go in the router, I do show on NTP, include NTP. See, NTP is already configured. You have NTP authentication key is 2 MD5 the hash, and the Cisco 123 is here is hidden, and then there's NTP authenticate. Okay, and then I just said NTP trusted key is 2, and then the server is 172.16.50.50. Okay, if I go on the router, I say show clock. Okay, we're going to look at this time, and we'll have to compare with the time. This is on the server. Okay, this is actually on the server. This is the server right here. So if I go into service of the server, go to NTP, we see that is on the server is August 15, August 20. Time is 3:30. Okay, so it's the same time here. And here is in PM. Here is in UTP, UTC. So yeah, so it's synchronized. Now let's look at the switch that is between the server and the router. We're going to look at the switch and see exactly what time it has. Open the switch. I told you NTP was not configured on the switch, so if I do show clock, it shows March 1, 1993. Okay, 21 hours. This is the UTC. So, and remember, this switch and router are directly connected. So what happens if I shut the link between a router and a switch? Okay, the router is going to keep the time that the router is going to know about that link going down is going to be different from the time that the switch knows about it. Okay, so I'm going to check the switch, the link that between the two. So it's fast Ethernet 01 on the switch, and okay, I'm going to show the link on the switch. There you go. Terminal. Zero. If I do short, okay, then I go show clock. Okay, it says this link was shut down on March 1st, 1993, and it was shut down at this time. Okay, but for the clock but for the router, it still keeps 1532. Okay, and it's August 20. And actually, if you do show IP interface brief, okay, we see that the link is down. Okay, we see the link is down. This is a link here. This one. This link is down. Okay, so we see this link went down, but actually we don't have a timestamp for this. Okay, we just see it's down. But if I do show login, okay, we don't see it. But that's the reason why we're going to configure syslog. We're going to configure logging on this router and also on the switch, just to show that when things go wrong, you could be able to troubleshoot either on the switch itself or on a remote server to find out exactly what happened. So I'm going to bring up the link again. You're going to see it comes up. Okay, right now it shows down. Okay, link is down. So if I go into the switch, and by the way, when the link went down, if I go here, if I go show clock, okay, now look at the time here, and we're going to check the time on the syslog server. Okay, you see the time is no longer synchronized. Will no longer be synchronized on the syslog server. So if I check here, the time is 1534. Okay, it's 1534. Anyway, the time is it's the same time, but actually if we do show NTP status, you see the time is no longer synchronized. Time is unsynchronized because we shut down the link that connects this router to the switch. So I'm going to bring up that link again. Sure. Save. So it will take a little bit of time for it to be synchronized again. And we can actually rush it. Can rush it. You see the link is not yet fully up, but we can rush it. Okay. Okay. Now if I come here, I should see it synchronized. Still not synchronized, but it's going to take a short while. Your clock. Okay. Okay, it's going to take a short while, and it's going to be synchronized. Okay, finally, it got synchronized. It took a while to be synchronized. Now it's synchronized again, so we have our clock on the router is matching the one on the server. The clock. Okay. So what I'm going to show you right now is okay. I'm going to configure logging on this router. Okay, so that when things go, when this link goes down or something happens on this router, we should be able to see the timestamps on the syslog server. Okay, so for that I have syslog server. If I go to syslog here, it's enabled, but there's nothing in there. Okay, so We're going to configure login in this router, and then we're going to start seeing timestamps on the server. All right. So I'm going to set it up. I'll be back. Okay. So first, we have to verify on the syslog server, make sure it's turned off. It's turned off. Okay. And we're going to configure login here. It's already configured, so I'm just going to do show login. Show run. Login. So yeah, login is configured. I pointed at turn login on. So login is on, and then I pointed this router to this login server, which is the syslog 172.16.50.50. Okay, and then login user info. Okay, so whatever I put in this router or whatever's happening on this router, I should be able to see it on the syslog. Okay, so for that, I'm going to shut down this. Before shutting down the interface, I'm going to turn on syslog here. I'm going to turn it on. Okay, we see nothing here. So I'm going to come here and show IP brief. I'm going to shut down this interface. Okay. Shut down that interface. Shut. Okay. I'm going to shut down the interface, and I'm going to check on the interface down. I'm going to check here. So something has to be detected since login is on. I'm going to wait. I'm going to rush this. It took some time, but the syslog server finally had a message. I was actually not too sure myself anymore. So right now, if you go to syslog, you see there are two messages that came in. Okay, after we turned this syslog server on, so it took just so much time that I was not sure it's gonna appear anymore. So basically, there are two timestamps there. Okay, so if you want to know the details on what actually happened, you could just click on the message here, click twice, and you have more detailed information about what happened. And so yeah, so there's it basically tells exactly what happened. And if you want to come here, you can do the same thing. Click twice. It doesn't give a lot more information than because this is packet tracer, so it doesn't give much, but at least it has a timestamp of something that happened. And by the way, there should be time if you expand this message, not even there, right here, you can see the time. Okay, it doesn't just give the date, it also gives the time that something happened, and you could actually check that with the time that is on the server, and then you know exactly that something happened at a particular time. So yeah, that's it. I wanted to configure time network, the NTP on this server and also the login on the switch, but there's no need for it. I just wanted to show you the demo. What happens when you don't configure NTP on a server on a device versus when it's configured. So for this video, I'm going to keep it short. This is it for today, and thanks a lot for watching, and talk to you another time.